Hi everyone, and welcome back to another stream. This is a bonus stream this week. Thank you everyone for tuning in. You are here with Sharky and Skievers, and we are in space with Markiplier. Once again, you might recall a couple of weeks ago, I think it might have only been about 2 weeks ago at this point, we had a look at In Space with Markiplier, the YouTube original series that Markiplier put together. And it was a load of fun, and we got completely caught off guard, as I imagine many people did, with the fact that it actually comes in 2 parts. It's a part 1, part 2, to be released a month later. Fortunately, we were pretty late to the party in the first place. We started part 1 of In Space with Markiplier almost 2 weeks after it came out, so we didn't have as long to wait as most other people. And here we are, In Space with Markiplier Part 2 came out a couple of days ago, so we're a little bit quicker on the jump this time. We've got Skievers in the chat there. Hi Skievers, thanks for being with us this evening. You're here with Sharky and Skievers, and we're going to be navigating our way through some of the endings of In Space with Markiplier Part 2. Now, just to catch everyone up on where we've been, because I have no idea if this is going to be important or not, but presumably part 2 is connected to part 1. But if we go back to everything we mapped out in part 1, here's the gigantic kind of document that we started compiling of all the different endings, all the different choices that we were making, the sort of terrible terminology I was establishing, where I was looping back to previous points in the decision tree, the actual endings that we were getting. Surprised to find that many of the endings were just the same ending over and over in different places. That sort of one different ending there, where Celsi cryos us in the ship forever, and a couple of things like that, loops and various things like that, loads of stuff. And when I put this together, Novak and I, we were commenting about how difficult it was to sort of construct this and to understand the looping back and forth to different parts of the decision tree. And so, after the streams a couple of weeks ago and getting all this together, I thought it really sort of at least helped my mental picture of what's going on here, to see this more as a flow chart, as a diagram of the decision tree that's going on here. So I took a little bit of time and I put together this. So this is a visual representation of that same decision tree on the right hand side. And once I put it together, I realized that there's actually kind of 3 phases to the adventure that we went through in part 1. So just a real quick summary. They're what I call the introduction, which is basically just playing around with trying to fix the ship to start with. We had to either put out the fire or fix life support. And you can see the kinds of decisions these led to: waking the crew, sending Mark in again and again, fixing it from the outside, calling for backup, all these kinds of things. And ultimately, no matter what we chose to do, there came this focal point right about here, where at some point we either completely die, or we have some sort of time lapse that takes us into a future that sees us actually colonizing a planet. And one way or another, we have to go towards the light. That sort of marks the end of this introductory phase of things, where we just kind of deal with crises on the ship. And we head into what I've termed the main story, which is all about dealing with the wormhole. So after we've chosen to go towards the light, that sort of kicks off this whole next branch of things, where we can choose to just jump in the wormhole again and again for this infinite loop, back and forth. Or we can choose to call an emergency meeting and start to go down that decision tree. And this is where we start learning about the wormhole, learning about the device, the paradoxes, the all sorts of things. So this is where we start getting the main story of what's going on, start learning what's really happening. And one way or another, everything comes down to this same point here. Either we using the device, we choose to use the device ourselves, or we're throwing down our weapons, we ask for help, we refuse help. One way or another, the device gets used, either by our choice or by someone else, and that leads us into the end game here, this sort of conclusion section here, what I've called the device. This is all about what happens when we use the device. We either get to a decision to open the door, or to don't open the door. And that starts to lead us through into the end game now. All of these grayed out sections here are possible endings, sort of terminations to the story tree there. I marked that one in white because that was that one where Celsi just cryos the whole shit and kind of freezes us forever. Every other one of these grayed out endings involve the universe resetting and that 28-day countdown in one form or another. So that was kind of my mental map of all the different kind of decisions we could make, mapped out to get through kind of the 3 phases of the story. And just for interest's sake, I went back and reviewed our first playthrough when we investigated part 1. Obviously, we found all these endings and all these paths by going through and sort of backing through the story. I haven't checked to see if this is completely 100% accurate. As far as I'm aware, this is correct and that there aren't any misconnections here. But when I reviewed our footage, what I've marked out here in red was the path we took on our very first time through. Obviously, as I said, we went through all the endings eventually, but we began by putting out the fire. We sent Mark in. We felt sorry for him and chose to fix it from the outside, and finally we sent him in yet again anyway. We went towards the light, as everyone has to. We managed to just completely avoid the infinite loop of jumping in the wormhole and just immediately do the sensible thing and call the emergency meeting. But straight after that, rather than sending out the distress signals, we immediately just went for the hilarious ending of popping it in reverse. And by doing that and firing all weapons at the wormhole, we got down to using the device, which was that weird video where the narrator came in and just fast-forwarded through all the story for us because we missed all these side branching options here. We never sent a distress signal, so we never found out about the bandits, we never found out about the alien, never found out about the temporal stability or the universal stability agency and things like that. So that was the one that kind of skipped all the story in this middle section. We chose not to open the door, which was the smart move, because opening the door sort of leads to endings very quickly. And yet, as soon as we didn't open the door, we called for backup and we hit an ending straight away. We could have gone a little bit further, but we sort of fell straight into an early ending in the concluding section. So that was how things played out last time, and that's kind of my map through things there. So let's get rid of that now and start making some preparations for trying this for part 2. We're going to have a second go at this now and have a look at how the story evolves. I've got Skievers in the chat with me. She's going to help me decide what our first set of decisions are going to be. And once we've made our way through and found an ending, then we'll do as before. We'll start backing through the choices and seeing what else we can find. So let's get ourselves underway and see what we can do. Nice, the countdown. Reboot complete. I feel like there's stuff hidden all through that. I kind of want to just jump back a sec. I've just gone back 5 seconds. Yeah, warning, paradox detected. Yeah, I knew there was something happening in there. Title card. Oh, I panicked for a second there. Oh, look at this. Oh, there's all code and stuff being hidden here. Oh dear, what even is this we've gotten ourselves into?
Oh, by the way, a huge fan!
Closing blast field.
What an idiot! Boom, we're here. You like bratwurst? My uncle has bratwurst like a restaurant. I'm thinking maybe you and me, we could go. Grab the brewskis.
So this is like the start again, but weird.
Welcome aboard the Invincible 2. Glad to have you here. Took you long enough. Let me give you the grand tour before we embark. Right, George. My baby.
presence. Father.
First up, the heart and soul of this.
Yeah, this got
I've yet to
creepy
meet a problem
quick.
that can't be solved with explosives. And speaking of explosives,
Do you think she had the right idea, Captain? Did she give up? Or did she move on? All a matter of perspective, I suppose.
come on, Slowpoke.
So that's kind of like all the different variants of the story.
All that's left now is for you to say the word. Try not to get them too excited, Captain. I know how your speeches can get people riled up.
Old man Markiplier again.
Captain, why does it seem familiar?
And so, our intrepid captain falls headlong into the spiraling chaos of dimensional calamity, heralding the beginning of the end. My goodness, what an adventure. I swear, this story never ceases to amaze me. By the way, it's good to see you again. Or for the first time, depending on your past choices. Either way, I'm sure we'll meet again for the first time in the very near future and/or somewhat distant past. Should this not prove to be the end of all reality, which it almost certainly is, it would be my great pleasure to guide you through my own universe, should the opportunity arise. Which doesn't seem likely to happen at this juncture, but when thinking in infinites, unlikely is just certainty, waiting for its turn.
Ooh, I like that. Unlikely is just certainty waiting for its turn.
What's wrong, sport? Bless my stars. Was it the nightmare about the spaceship again?
Oh, what
that
is
one
this?
just keeps coming back, doesn't it? Well, I know just the thing that's gonna cure that. Another story. All right. Well, let's see what we
So
got here.
we've got a pink and a blue sock
Maybe a
on.
little
We've
too
got a
grisly.
pink and a blue hand.
I read that one too many times. Nah, not in the mood. Not today. Why don't you decide, huh? You could read a nice romance story, that'd be fun, or a horror story. I know how much you love scary stories, but it might give you a few more nightmares, so you could go romance. It'll be a little silly and more than a little sappy, but it might be just the thing to kick you right back to sleep. Well, whatever you choose, I can guarantee it's gonna come with a big ol' hug, free of charge.
Okay, so this is gone weird straight away. Romance versus horror. Skeevers in with the early choice there. Diving straight in for horror. I mean that seems like the tone we've set already with this. They're trying to pull what this is all being just a big dream or something. Let's go horror. See where this takes us.
All right. I was hoping you'd pick that one. Who wants to read a dumb romance that's just gonna remind you about all of your inadequacies and mistakes and how if you just tried a little harder, then maybe you would actually deserve to be loved?
Alright, Dad.
Good riddance. Oh, there are pictures. All right. Reader beware. There is something standing directly behind you.
That's a good way to start. Oh, a murder with Markiplier? Okay, so that's what the book's about.
I've seen many crimes in my time. I'll never get used to this.
So this is recycled actors now. This was I can't remember his name. The guy that looked after the weapons. That's that same person again.
No one ever said this job would be fun, rookie. But we gotta face it. No matter how grisly, no matter how horrible, we gotta solve this case. And we gotta do it by the books. So quiz time, Rook. What's our first step?
Yeah, but that's not a real choice.
Please don't do this!
Oh.
I have kids!
And now it's
many kids!
swapped for him.
Almost all of them need me.
Oh, it never gets any easier. But that's what makes it so fun.
Okay.
Every time is a new experience. Always grisly. Always horrible.
Oh man, what are you gonna do to me? Oh, I can imagine so many different things you could potentially do to me.
As could I. As could I. But it's your first kill. And I don't want to be greedy. So, why don't you take a stab at it?
We're still not up to the choice yet.
How am I gonna take care of our Manny? Manny's children without
What is going on?
There. You're gonna be all right.
The cops.
Many.
It's almost like it's
cops.
breaking the fourth wall.
You in the adjacent row.
It's trying to
We have
tell
you
multiple
completely
stories.
surrounded. Release your many hostages and come out with your head up.
Very, very important.
Put down the gun.
Right for the horse.
The diamond. Get all the evidence. You have to put it in.
Yeah. It's like all the stories are bleeding together now. Like all the universes are collapsing.
How many times do I gotta tell you to stay out of my kitchen?
There's two of them.
You need to keep your knife clean. You never know when you're gonna need it.
And that'll be him again.
Hey, watch it! We wouldn't want to have an accident now, would we?
Well, that's some interesting food.
Thank you, darling. You sure is pretty.
Everyone is
Anytime,
him.
Sugar.
Okay. I feel like that menu had some interesting things on it. Oh. That old man Mark. Invincible 3 on the newspaper, maybe?
Would you look at that? Seems like just this morning there was a stabbing. Sorry. Old habits. Oh, please be careful. That is my real hand. Or is it? Yeah, okay, all right, okay, it is. Oh, please can I have it? Thank you. Ooh, strong grip, Captain. Just like I remember. And, yeah, it's good to see you. I guess I owe you an apology. I was wrong. I was wrong about a lot of things. I gave up hope in you and all of this. If I hadn't gone back, or if I hadn't tried to stab you,
Oops. Dropped my knife. Sorry about that.
Eh? No, I'm tired, Captain. I'm very tired. I've been trying for so long to fix things.
I destroyed the universe and all I got was this mug.
Actually. Worse yet. I think I'm the one that caused all of this.
Are you all enjoying your dinner? Is there anything I can do to make it better?
For what it's worth,
Okay.
you were an excellent captain. You never gave up on your crew. Not even once. I wish I could have done the same for you.
all seems so crazy now. Maybe if I had gone back to the right time. Maybe if I hadn't sabotaged the ship.
Oh.
Maybe if I didn't go back in the first place, I could. If I didn't go back. If I didn't go back! Captain! If I didn't go back! Oh, there's something you have to tell me. Well, not me right now. The other me, the younger me. You have to find me and...
Now, who's gonna pay for this?
Captain, tell me not to use the hook! And tell me I can't go back!
Oh, this is our actual choice. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright. So, I guess what we're going back in time to tell Mark not to, what was he saying? Not to use the wormhole or something? Like, we're trying to bootstrap this from the very beginning. We're trying to go back and stop the very first, time travel that Mark does in the first place that sort of started all this. So, left or right, pretty arbitrary. Skievers is keen on left. Let's go for it. Gotta be left. Alright. Ah, we're back.
Update complete.
Good morning, Captain. We are currently years into our journey. Coffee is en route. Current ship status is absolutely catastrophic.
Okay, so this is all still the same.
Initializing emergency wakey protocol.
Yep. So far, so good. Yep. Get to Mark.
Oh, problem, Captain.
Oh. Oh. In space with Mac.
Computer, damage report.
Meteorite impacted life support. Fire detected. Systems failing.
Whoa, hold on there, Captain. No need to be so hasty. Got this under control. Computer, reroute power to auxiliary life support. Activate fire suppression system.
Collision course with ship. Brace for impact.
What's going on? He knows what to do.
Nominal.
Stand back, Captain. We've trained for this. Judy, cryo. Kai, life support. Roderick, check that navigation. Make sure the blast didn't throw us off course. Gabriel, reactor. Make sure nothing back there is in danger of going kablooey.
What is this?
And Captain, I think it's time we have a little talk. This way. I get the sense that you're not a real hands-on sort of captain, so why don't you just take a break? Relax. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's not like you're gonna be able to help anyway. You just got on board the ship, you're learning all the systems. Leave everything to me. That way you don't get in the way. Trust me, nothing's gonna bring down this ship when I'm in charge, and that is a Mac guarantee.
Oh, man.
What do you say, Captain? All you have to do is make one choice. Take the guarantee.
What even is going on? I love that MatPat suddenly is the main character now. Like, that's amazing. Great job, Mac. Or you're not Mark. What do you reckon, Skievers? Yeah, great job, Mac. I kind of want to not upset him. I don't want to point out that he's not Mark because things might kind of go back to normal. I think we stick with Mac for a while and see what happens.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, he's a bit weird.
Now just go and do whatever it is that captains do. I'm in control now.
And taken care of you were. Well, the ship anyway. Not you, of course. You were the captain, after all. And any calamity that befell the ship could rightfully be blamed on your poor leadership skills. But Mac didn't blame you. No, Mac was better than that. He was better at everything.
He was the perfect partner to establish a thriving colony for the advancement, and he did blame you after all, which is only fair as it was all your fault. Still fought for you to stay on as his personal assistant despite your many, many failings as a leader. As his underling, you thrived, helping to build the colony into a glorious beacon of hope, if only in your own incompetent way. You were sentenced to eternal servitude to make amends for your heinous crimes. A mercy, according to Mac. He develops incredible new technologies that prolong your life and ensure your service towards the colony, his colony, will never end. A permanent example for the other colonists to look towards should they ever step out of line of the magnificent designs of their glorious leader. Mac, eternal may he reign, has judged your many, many crimes, and in his infinite mercy has granted you the honor of death by firing squad, the event of which will be broadcast live to the colony so that all may know the penalty that awaits those who would act against the colony of man. This brought great joy to the colonists who still remember the countless deaths that were a direct result of your actions as captain. Many failures as leader.
Okay. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, obviously, yeah, we knew he was a bit unhinged, so there was going to be some issues here. Now, I'm just looking at that, left versus right. Left is 5 minutes long, and I can't remember whether or not that's like just gonna loop us back again to the left we've just taken. Right's only 47 seconds long, but last time we had a left-right choice, right wasn't that short. So I don't really know. Let's do left. And let's see what that actually does for us here. Yeah, Skievers. Let's go left. Because I want to find out, yeah, is this just going to loop us back into the Max storyline again?
Good morning, Captain.
No, it doesn't.
Current ship status.
Whoa.
Absolutely catastrophic.
We're a first-person shooter now. Okay then.
Nothing like the smell of gunpowder in the morning, eh, Captain? Outgunned but not outmatched. Just like old times, eh, pal?
Yeah, I remember this bit from the trailer. Okay.
I don't.
Oh, it's her.
This needs to stop.
That lady called Lady?
And you can still fix this. You just have to shut down the wormhole, and everyone survives. The universe survives. We can all win.
Right, so
you just have to shut it down.
She's
please.
only got a small degree of like ruffle around her.
What are they talking about? And why do they have the same cool bracelet that you do?
Yeah.
No. No, that's impossible. I just took this from you. No. That's impossible. That is a paradox. What did you do? What did you do?
Yeah, so this connects back to stuff from part 1. Oh, we've gone to the right now. Okay, we actually went right now. Oh, yes, that joins in with stuff at the start, where we see her
Please evacuate this station immediately.
down in the engine room.
I repeat, universal stability compromised. This is not a drill. Please evacuate this station immediately.
Oh, wow, the Universal Stability Agency's not looking good.
Universal stability.
Yep, there she is.
I'm sorry, I didn't think anyone was still here. Thought everyone was lost. Trying to, stem the tides. Wait. Oh my god. You're here. You. We've been looking everywhere for you, for your ship. And it was gone. In every universe. Lost. So how are you here? How?
Yep.
This thing? This?
Yep.
You used that, didn't you? Who gave it to you? And also, give it to me. I need it. Please. Or I will shoot. Look, if you give it to me, I swear, I promise I can fix everything.
Potential paradox detected.
I am begging you.
Please avoid.
We can still fix this. Look,
Safety limit exceeded.
This is intentional. No
Initiating emergency abort.
You can, please!
Okay. Oh, she's jumped in with us.
Why? Why do you want to destroy everything? How could you?
Yep, so she's taken it off us. And we've gotten it back anyway. Or have we? We're in the bathroom. It's alright, Mark. Choice incoming. Also, that is a very sad song he's listening to. I totally get why he's crying. It's okay, Mark. You can cry. Or... or... you gonna cry. Little baby boo hoo. Don't tell me this doesn't fit. Little baby doesn't fit. Gonna cry. Oh, that's annoying. It's such a long title. It's let me do that. There we go. Yeah, let's go with the short title one, because I don't even know what I'm gonna do for that long one. Yeah, it's okay, Mark. You can cry. Okay. We've got a bomb diffuser with Markiplier. Amazing.
Let me take a look at that, rookie. That is a beauty of a bomb. All right, no time to waste. Yeah, perfect. All right, must be pretty exciting though, right?
So our choice is
All
going to
those
come up when
years
it's down to about 10
spent training and
seconds
all that
left.
hard work is finally going to pay off. And I know how much you've been looking forward to your first bomb, so I'm gonna let you take the lead.
We're going to choose what wire to cut, aren't we?
No backseat bomb diffusing from this guy.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say a peep. I'm just gonna sit back, shut up, and let the master work.
There's like a red and a blue wire there. Yeah.
Boom!
Ooh! Ooh! That was a late arrival at the choices there. Okay. So, there's the two, you know, clear choices for cutting wires, but then there's the option to tell him that he can't go back, which is, I think, what he was asking us to do, to tell himself not to go back the very first time. But I don't know how that's gonna factor into things. Presumably, he's not going to pay attention. You know, if we tell him not to go back, he's not going to understand us or something. And we probably, I'm guessing we're going to go through like multiple of these scenarios where each time we have to tell him not to go back or something. Cutting one of the wires, of course, is just going to play into the scenario. They're both similar length videos, minute 45, minute 51. Each are going to kind of lead us to, I guess, just continuing, you know, with the bomb storyline here, unless maybe, regardless of which one it cuts, regardless of which one we cut, it just blows us up. So, hard to know for certain here. I feel like in the interest of just sort of seeing how this plays out, let's not tell him yet, maybe. Let's not tell him that he can't go back. Because we already took that opportunity when it was Mac, right? We didn't point out to Mac that he wasn't Mark. We just played along with that. So let's keep just avoiding the truth. And let's maybe not tell Mark just yet. Let's just cut the blue wire and see what the blue wire does for us.
Well...
Work. Oh, it didn't work. Alright. I love that one guy. He's the same in every iteration. Camp with Markiplier. He's just always in like that race and stuff. Every version of that guy.
Howdy, newcomer. You made it just in time. We're making s'mores. Would you care to join us?
Yeah.
It's time for the Scouts' Oath! I swear to protect and uphold the laws of nature, no matter what or whom gets in our way. This I swear.
Yeah, okay.
Wiener?
Well, it's gonna be a busy few months for us. So why don't we kick this camp off with a scary story? You know a lot of scary stories, don't you? You lived them. With your parents. Well, what about you, camper? Do you like scary stories? We've got plenty of them. We all have darkness inside of us, so why don't we share? How about that?
Oh, dear. What is this? So we can play along and say I love scary stories. For some reason, we can cut the yellow wire, even though that was in the last story, like the last iteration of things. Or we can, you know, once again start telling him not to do things to do with the warp core and the wormhole on the ship. So we've got I love scary stories. I don't know, for some reason this feels like this is going to be even more intense trying to map out and understand than just part one. Mark, don't use the warp core. Wow, what are we even doing here? I feel like we need to just keep playing along with the scenarios. That seems to be the path we're going down at the moment. You know, we've told Mark it's okay, he can cry. We've told Mac, great job. We're cutting the wire. I think we should love scary stories, and just keep playing to how the story unfolds. If we tell him about using the warp core, that's going to start maybe triggering more of the proper story. Cutting the yellow wire seems like we're just breaking continuity and like going backwards or something. But that'd be great to see what that does. So I say we just go with the scary stories, and yeah, let's see where this heads.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that, because I have a spooky one for you tonight. True story, too. It all took place on a dark, scary night, just like this one. And it all started in a dark, dense forest, just like the one we find ourselves in right now. And in this dark, dense forest, there was a monster, lurking, watching, waiting, eager for any unsuspecting camper to wander a little too far from the fire.
Yeah, it's a torch. Oh, what was that? I'm going back. I want to see what that was. Yeah, it's something like Neanderthal Mark. Yeah, it's Mark with no pants on, squatting next to a pool. Neanderthalensis Marconius or something. Yeah, alright.
You can't be out here! I'll find you. Oh, he's gone! He's coming! We better find you and not me! Oh my God! What are you doing up? Oh no! That's my shovel and arm! Mama! Heavens to bed!
Oh no! Hunted by he who! Oh no! What even is this? Mark's going to have used up all of his good ideas. Like, what even? He can't just, be happy with In Space with Markiplier. He's got to do every possible conceivable story with Markiplier. Oh no. Run or hide. At this point, I'm not sure it matters. Hide looks interesting from the thumbnail. We can actually kind of like see it coming. But I worry if we hide, it's going to find us. But that being said, you know how half these sort of horror things work. Running away usually means it just chases you, catches you or something. So I think we throw caution to the wind. We try and hide. That way we can at least maybe get a glimpse of it, even before it kills us, and see what's going on with he who or whatever it was. Quick hide. There he is.
The captain's plan to hide from he who behind a berry bush seemed to be going well. At first.
Thank you, narrator.
However, the captain bizarrely started gesturing up towards the sky in a very unstealthy manner. If the captain wished to succeed, they would do well to be polite to any higher dimensional being that might happen to be watching. Otherwise, unfortunate things such as a spotlight might appear at a very inconvenient time.
Yeah, don't antagonize the narrator.
Well,
yeah.
It seems to be the end for our intrepid captain. Truly unfortunate. You hate to see it. Oh, no. I don't think a convenient escape is a very fitting end for this story. Hold on. There we go. The ominous glow in the captain's hand subsides to a normal level and does not whisk the captain away from this deathly encounter. What? That's not... Hold on. Ahem. The ominous glow subsides and returns to normal. I said the ominous glow. Very.
Yeah, I think we've established that the narrator really isn't in control here, despite what he thinks. Okay, so somehow that worked.
Well, isn't this a surprise? Greetings. You may be wondering where you are.
Is that the narrator?
I got here. Me too. But, as no choice is a coincidence, I believe this gives us an opportunity to chat. My name is Dr. Cecil H.H. Mills, known author of adult intellectual literature. Thank you. I'm also responsible for writing one other thing. Is that why you came? Are you here to be served an ad for Ghost Hunters Adventure Club and the Secret of the Grand Chateau, my young adult mystery novel? No. Fine. Listen, I have copious amounts of gambling debt. I need money, so I take whatever job I can get. In this case, it's a side gig as a narrator for this project while I wait for my young adult mystery novel for children to take off. Buy my book!
Okay.
But, back to the matter at hand. You see, I'm a very private person. I don't like to receive visitors unless they have my express written consent. So this begs the question. How did you get here? No matter. Easy fix.
Yeah, he'll just write us out of the story.
Yes. With a sucking whoosh and a burst of blue light, the captain is whisked away. What are you doing? No, give that back. Don't look at it. That's not for your eyes. What are you doing? Stop!
Oh.
You return that to me, you cretin. If I on the count of 3, I want it back. 1, 2, 3. All right, so you've called my bluff.
Okay, this could go quite badly now. We have the power to write the story. So we could correct all the oversights we've been having. Captain finds Mark and just cut straight to the chase. Or we can have a bit of fun, apparently. The narrator suffers a terrible fate. You know, seeing as though we're in control now. Yeah. I mean, we've been putting off as long as possible actually getting down to business and actually getting back to Mark and fixing whatever's going on. So I say we continue stalling. Not that I want to make the narrator suffer necessarily, but just that I think we keep avoiding Mark just to see how bad this gets. You know, this is Stanley Parable stuff, just completely ignoring the narrator, seeing where it takes us. So let's go. Let's see what happens to the narrator.
Well, I've had enough of this charade. Give me that book! Give it to me! Give me the book! Give me that book! No. No, you can't be this ambiguous. Do you have any idea what What is that? Is that... You can't do this to me! Give me that quill!
Looks like I'll have to fight my way out of another one.
Oh, that was weird. Oh, so we're back in noir times again.
I knew they were there. I could feel their baby gray eyes boring holes into the back of my skull like a power drill.
He was the detective
I knew
again.
I'd have to turn around and face them eventually. It's not every day a giant gray hole appears in the middle of your office and dumps the most beautiful and/or handsome person into the middle of your office. You look like someone I'd like to get to know, partner.
It's not every day that you find yourself in a strange place you've never seen
Yeah,
before.
I can see the shadow of Mark
But here
coming.
I was, in a strange place I've never seen before.
Heard you're the type of guy that can get things done.
Okay. Okay. And now they're both dogs. That one on the right's Chico, I think. The one on the left, I don't know. That was weird. Okay. Yeah, take the bigger one. There's an even bigger one. Take one soon.
Escape. You helped those monsters, which means that you are just as responsible for what's going on.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
Come on.
Oh,
You're
it's
the
the
most
bandit.
notorious wormhole bandit in the galaxy. You gave them this, yes? Then you can tell me where they are.
Even if I did have anything to do with that, anybody knew us, so you can't even do anything about it. In fact, I think...
Do you understand what is going on out there? Do you understand what's at stake? People are dying because
Do we
of
save
this.
her?
So there's nothing, and I mean nothing that I won't do to save the universe. So tell me where they are.
Oh dear. So she's the rogue element in all this. The lady from the Universal Stability Agency, because she's jumping through time with the device on her wrist as well, chasing us down. We could intervene, but that forces a conflict. We're playing a very passive game at this point, not upsetting the status quo, not getting in the way, not telling people what's going on. I think we're sneaking away. Let's just pretend we didn't walk in on this, and let's see if it just sorts itself out.
I didn't know what they were gonna do. Come on. They're crazy. Their ship is
She's gonna get shot.
Even if I could tell you where it was, there's no guarantee you show up at the right time.
Oh, what did we do? Why is it still making noise? Okay, I guess that was not the right choice. Yeah, that was bad.
You.
Haha! Lady has challenged you to a fight. Amazing. Yeah, we just got shot. Classic Pokemon. Okay.
Oh my God, the captain is back, and here we are in space. How amazingly cool is that?
Alright, we've got the musical number.
Oh my God, the captain is back. How amazingly cool is that? Yeehaw! And now here we are back in space again. How amazingly cool is that? Hey, the captain is back. The captain is back. Bring it home, Ninja Brian.
Yeah. I feel like we've broken everything. Oh, it's another left-right. Oh, what even? Oh, it's it's an impossibly arbitrary choice here. Oh dear. This is going to be so hard to keep track of. Left or right. I think from the looks of it, we've gone left every single time previously. We went left here, then we went left here. These are the rights that we never chose. So I think for consistency, we just have to keep going left and seeing what happens. Oh dear. Yep, we're now in video game mode. Yep. And here's Lady. Yeah, this is not good. Another left-right choice. Yeah. This is going to be so hard to keep track of. I know I keep saying this, but we have to keep going left. It's the only way we're going to be able to keep track of this. Oh, no. I really hope we don't hit a point where there's a decision that takes us, that loops us back to one of these other left-rights. I mean, there will be. Yeah, I feel there has to be with all of these left-right choices. But it's going to be so hard to map out correctly. Let's go. Left we go.
Who are you? How did you get in here?
Laser.
Wait, I know you. You're the anomaly! But how are you here? I thought we solved that problem.
Oh, that's the captain. Yeah, that's us.
Quickly, come with me to my lab. Well, come on! I didn't think it would be possible, but I did think it could be possible, which is why we need to run some tests. Here, in my... Sorry. Remodeled recently. This is my kitchen, not my lab. Follow me! Things have been a little chaotic lately, but now that we're, on the way to the lab, we'll get answers soon. Follow me!
It's just more kitchens. What's going on?
This is possible. Unless it's not impossible, unless it's some kind of a paradox. But there couldn't be a paradox. For there to be a paradox, there would have to be an... What did you do? What did you do? I knew you were the anomaly, and now I'm gonna finish what I started. Where is your traitor?
Oh. Yeah. It's left, right. Man. Also, I love the sound effects. Oh dear. Well, we can see what's happening here. So the question is, do we go for the ending? Because I can see an ending there. That 11-minute 40 video on the left, that's an ending. That's got roll credits in it. Just like in part 1. When we get this deep in the decision tree, and you see an 11-minute video, that's because that's the end of something. So, do we go there? Just get ourselves a first ending, and then try and start backing through all these left-right choices? Or do we take the short one to the right, and keep pushing this a bit longer? No, I think we stay the course. I think we go left. We've been doing left for so long. Let us go left, reward ourselves with an ending. So let's see what ending this is. And then we have the difficult task of trying to go backwards up all these lefts and picking the rights in each case to see what else this brings. Oh, we're going to get so confused. Alright, left we go. Strap yourself in, 11 minutes. So we have just avoided everything. We have not attempted to solve anything. We've just made the paradox worse and worse, constantly. So this is Lady at the end of the road.
I spent all of this time trying to find you. And it's you that finds me. I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought it was you.
Oh, so we're actually going to get important clues here.
You did it on purpose. And that if I could have just stopped you. And I wonder what would have happened if I didn't choose to follow you down that wormhole. But there's still time to save the universe. Has to be. Otherwise, why are we still here? We're stuck in the moment of our destruction. Like that, small mammal from Earth in the little wheel.
Yeah, hamster in a wheel.
I loved that. I could have watched that thing forever. Always running forward. Never moving anywhere. Like me. Like you. Everything has to end. And everything has to begin. And sometimes you just have to hold on to hope.
Hi in the chat. I love games. 12209. Thanks for tuning in. We are currently in space with Markiplier Part 2, attempting to try and map our way through all the different decisions and endings. And this is getting so complicated.
Am I dead? Sorry, I really thought I was dying. I really did. Because it felt like a really poetic moment, you know? Like the Earth movies, where they go to die and they're just like...
We did part 1 a couple of weeks ago. And...
But that didn't...
This has just gone completely off the rails now.
I'll probably pass soon because my wounds are pretty severe. But my people are also notoriously tough to kill, like super tough. Like you chop off all our limbs and we just keep going and going. And like my Uncle Bob, all that's left is a kneecap in a jar. He is happy. Is that supposed to be?
Oh, don't tell me we're going again. Where are we now? Yeah, so we're back in this sort of diner again. I was going to say, old Mark is going to be there again, isn't he?
I was hoping you'd be back. It's gone real dark out there.
What's the mug say this time? I don't...
Imagine that this is probably the end. Don't worry about not stopping me soon. I'm starting to realize that even though we have infinite choices, every single second of our lives, there's only a handful that really, really matter.
Is it I don't want to be free, maybe?
I don't know why, but I'm happy. I don't know any other way to explain it. I'm content with everything. Being this close to an end, finally an end. And seeing you again, just, I don't know. It's good. It's good. For a while there, I felt like I was right back there again. Living every single life again and again. Never stopping, always moving forward. But now, it's calm. It's calm.
Oh, what's going on?
Everything has to end, Captain. It has to. It doesn't matter how tightly you hold on to things. They'll still just slip right through your fingers. You'll always make mistakes. You have to. And that's okay.
Just see that in the chat there. Darkiplier, yes. I'm waiting to see how Darkiplier gets involved properly in this.
For what it's worth, I'm glad I got to share this adventure with you.
Okay, he's just gone. Yeah, what's going over in that room? You looked over there before.
The captain pauses for a moment, taking in the emptiness of the once bustling diner.
Welcome back, narrator.
Pondering the lives of all those who must have passed through this place. It's hard to imagine it was ever full to begin with. But it was once. And that's what matters.
Just like old times, eh, Captain? Captain. And the only person that I trust more than myself is the captain. Where are you going? I can't give up. How could the captain do this? That's not me, Captain. That's not me. There has to be a way.
Oh.
I just need more time. We trusted you. One more time. Hi, Captain.
So Mark built the machine as a way to go back and try and
Couldn't afford to let you make another mistake.
Yeah.
Funny thing to say after an eternity of nothing but second chances. Don't. You don't have to keep trying anymore. There's no time anywhere. Another thing I never thought I'd say again. But I'm gonna fix the damage you caused. I had a long time to spend rebuilding this machine you broke. A long time. Over too many lives. But I know now that this thing does more than just make wormholes. Distance and time are the same thing from different perspectives. That's all these universes are. Just different points of view. And this machine didn't just bridge a tunnel through our universe. It was bridging all of them. And you destroyed it. I can't undo what you've done. Not here anyway. Or at least, not now. If I could go back, if I could try again, if I could stop you before any of this even started,
but
maybe I could save everyone. What the hell does that mean?
This is the point. We can't let Mark go back. That's what does this.
You'll destroy everything again!
There's the thumbnail.
Let me go! Captain, please, I can fix this. Look, I don't know what you did. And maybe you didn't mean to, but I have to stop you. I have to. God, I wish I thought of a fake hand or something. Please! This is it! This is the end of everything. Everyone that ever existed is gonna get wiped out unless you let me go! Captain! Please!
Oh no, there's more?
I have to!
Oh dear. I really thought we'd hit an ending there. So we've got choices between letting go to him and holding on. So I feel like this is like a hub point. You know, several of the stories are going to connect all at this point. Yeah, let's hold on. That seems to be the overwhelming consensus here. We're not letting Mark go. We can't. Hang on to Mark. Let's see what happens.
Please, let me go. I know I can fix everything. I know there's a perfect solution. I just have to find it. Please! Captain! Captain, no! Captain! Don't do it!
Oh! We threw that into the wormhole. Oh, of course.
You destroyed us. You destroyed everything. This was our last chance to fix things, and it's gone. I spent an eternity in hell rebuilding this stupid machine, and you threw it all away! I don't know if you're evil or just stupid, but if I'm not back there to fix it... If I'm not back there...
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm not back, then the warp core is not back. I thought I rebuilt it because you destroyed it.
Yeah, we've broken the loop.
I built the warp core.
Yeah.
I sent it back. I built it. I built it. It was my fault.
This is just like in Fringe with Walter building the machine and sending it back to himself in the past.
Captain, I'm tired. I don't know when the last time I slept was. I don't know if I've slept at all. Have you? I'm really sorry. Captain. I thought the only way to stop this was to stop you. Stop all this from happening in the first place. But it was me.
Yeah, who's trying to stop who? Exactly.
It was me. All those mistakes, all those lifetimes, all the people. I guess I lost hope. But you didn't. You never did.
Place is starting to fall apart. Right, so we've destroyed the wormhole now. And we've resolved the paradox, apparently. So what's this? This isn't the cryo... It is the cryopod.
Software update complete. Initializing Wakey Wakey protocol. Current ship status is nominal.
Okay, ship status is nominal. So everything's fine.
Morning, Captain. Ooh, you look like you've been through hell. Yeah, cryo sleep sucks, but coffee can help.
Number one captain and
I'll be heading down with the advance team. If there's any horrible aliens down there, I'll take care of them.
Not everything can be solved with explosions.
Not in my experience. I'll see you on the ground, Cap.
You and Mark are one in the same. Captain, all colonists are safe, healthy, and accounted for, but I'll keep my eye on them as they wake up. Thank you for getting us here safe.
Captain, you are a child of the universe. No less than a tree or a star. You deserve to be here. And whether or not it's clear to you, no doubt, the universe is playing out as it should. Captain.
Good old Bert, he's always got something good to say. There's that guy again.
Let's get those blast shields open.
Okay.
The trip was smooth. Just a few rocks, a couple cosmic rays. Nothing the computer couldn't handle on its own.
Acknowledged. All systems are fully operational. All crew accounted for. Disembarkation underway.
She is a beauty, isn't she, Captain? The long-range scans did not do her justice. Perfect in almost every way. We'll still have to do top-to-bottom scans once we're down on the surface, but we're moving equipment as fast as we can. The crew is eager to get off the ship and onto solid ground. I think you can understand the sentiment. And thank you for not giving up on me. Just thank you.
Number one captain. Cameraman pours it all down himself. Wow. So I'm gonna chalk that up as a good ending. Ending. Reach the planet. Let's go with that. That'll do for now, unless we see that ending in a different place. But wow, we've actually done it. It's great. So I reckon what we're gonna have to do I'll just turn that down a little bit. What we're gonna have to do is once we get through the ending here, we're gonna have to I know Skievers, you say go all the way back to the very start and make all those choices again, but given how close we were to the end here, I think we just go back and we let go of Mark, because that's actually a different choice right at the end. We'll see what that does, and then we'll work out what we're doing with the lefts and the rights and things. So presumably, if it's anything like part 1, there's going to be lots of different ways to reach this planet. Or at least they're all going to funnel down to this same ending in some way. We'll have to see. Yeah, I'm just trying to listen to some of these lyrics, just in case they're relevant to anything.
Some things are better gone, but I really miss that universe where I got to be King Kong. The one where there's no war or poverty, and the one where I'm friends with the Yeti, and the one where I was a mad scientist who made a man out of spaghetti. But if it's true, we'll never begin again, and we're headed for a final oblivion. There's no one I'd rather log out with to leave my account with, and all the me's of existence through. It'll be a painful end, but at least I'm with my friends.
All animals were treated with love and kindness. That's great. Alright, we're coming up to the end of the credits. I'm going to turn the volume back up because we've still got almost a minute left. Oh, there's the crystal. Someone's gonna... Oh no, that is Markiplier. Oh.
So much trouble. All for something so small.
Oh dear. Markiplier has taken the crystal. Oh no. So I guess that's his way of leaving an ending here. That can lead to future projects and things, right? Because yeah, I've been waiting to see how Markiplier is going to get involved in the narrative, and I guess he's kept him away because he wants Markiplier to be able to do something with this power, with this universe hopping kind of power. Wow. Okay. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it to an actual ending of the story. So now begins the hard part. The hard part is trying to track down every other variation of the story. And he's made a real mess of a story in this one. So I'm going to try and look for a couple of other endings. Skievers, thanks for joining us. You're right to head off. I'm gonna backtrack through some of these choices and take some of the paths not yet taken. And let's see if we can't map a couple more of these this session. We're definitely not going to get through all of this in one go. I can tell you that right now. So we'll try a couple of different choices, and next week we'll finish off whatever we don't get done this session. But for now, I'm going to go back a video, and we're going to pick the other choice, which I believe should be to let Mark go. We'll see how that plays out. So if we skip through to the end of this...
Everything!
Yep,
Everyone
here we
that
go.
ever existed is gonna get wiped out unless you let me go! Captain! Please! I have to keep trying!
So it's much the same. They're both 9-minute-ish videos, so I suspect they're both leading to an ending, but perhaps via a different path. So let's let him go and see whether or not that leads us just down the exact route that we've been on, or if there's something else at play here. Well, just bear with me for a moment. There we go. Let's let him go, and let's see what happens here.
Please, let me go! I know I can fix everything! I know there's a perfect solution! I just have to find it! Please! This is my last chance! Our last chance!
Save everything. Everything. Please.
Target arrival date not guaranteed.
Oh, so target arrival date not guaranteed. So he's gonna get lost in the past or something then.
Warning. Paradox criticality threshold exceeded. Universal collapse imminent. Initiating time jump.
Okay. So the paradox machine has gone back to try and catch us at an earlier point in time. Yep, we've got no device anymore. We're stuck here, like in this moment.
Strange how some days can seem so much longer than others. I
Oh.
bet you're wondering if you made the right choice.
Good old Mrs. Whitaker.
Well, it's like an old friend used to say, life is ours to choose. And you have made some beautiful choices, Captain. Because if the universe were made up only of right and wrong choices, then that's not really a choice at all. And that's not really living, is it, Captain? Till next time. Next time might be a lot sooner than you think.
Yeah, everything comes crashing down. So, there's that same effect. Just like last time. Everything collapses in. Now, does this just give us the same video? Okay, well, title sequence now. Oh, we're back at the start of part 1? Yeah, we are. We're at the start of part 1 and nothing is glitching yet. I mean, Mrs. Whitaker just did say something about, it might be sooner than you think. Ooh. So could this be our chance to fix things?
I'm sorry, no, I'm staring a lot. Huge fan, been following your career for quite a while now. Invisible Tower, this is Shuttle Marmota, approaching docking bay 4. Closing the blast shields.
Shuttle Marmota, you're cleared to dock.
Yeah, copy you. Truth be told, we couldn't afford to show that anyway. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I know exactly where we're at. Check it out. We're gonna land in 5.
Yeah, so this is all exactly the same.
Captain, we're here early. Gotta say it's an honor. You know, thinking maybe we could hang out or something. Go get a coffee, but you know, beer's cool.
Welcome aboard the Invincible 2, Captain. Glad to have you here. Took you long enough, but let me give you the grand tour before we embark. This is my pride and joy. My baby. Well, your baby, I guess now. But I made her. And a baby will always.
So this is completely identical footage. I very much suspect this is going to end with the same two choices from
the
part
heart
1.
and soul of the ship.
Right?
Still not 100% sure how it works, but you don't
Yeah.
even know how something works in order to use it.
But this has context now.
And when we found it again, it passed every safety test with flying colors.
Yep.
It's not gonna be like last time. Oh no. This time, the Invincible is finally gonna live up to her name. But just in case, I built in a special precaution.
Right,
If anything goes wrong,
okay.
we can
So
detonate these explosives and
oh
separate the
dear,
warp
right,
from
yep,
the rest
yep.
of the ship.
So this is going to leave us with the
I've
two
yet to
choices
meet
at
a
the
problem
end,
that can't
and
be
this is going to
solved
take us
with
back to part
explosives.
1.
Speaking of
isn't it?
explosives, the main reactor. Turns out you pretty much need the power of a star to tear open a wormhole, so a star I built. Built like a tank, too.
Bert.
Bert.
Yep. Yeah, it's Bert. He makes sure that the ship don't go boom. Next up is Cryo. Hey.
Yep.
The colonists are
That
prepped,
guy.
stable, and ready for transit. Systems are working at 110% too, which is a little weird, but overkill never hurts. Trust me. You do not want to be awake when the warp core hits the gas.
That person that's still awake.
Cece.
ASHAP. Captain, all colonists are prepped and stable. 100,000 souls ready for a new life. Let's get them there safe.
Oh, don't worry. Before they know it, they're gonna wake up to the sight of a brand new planet with a fresh cup of coffee in their hands.
Why don't you give them more windows to look through?
Well, maybe I will. Maybe then someone might appreciate the aesthetics. Besides, what could go wrong with a crew like this?
ADS is good to go. Don't worry, Cap. No asteroids getting by me. You can count on that.
So handsome and you're beautiful.
Hey, watch!
I'm so. Oh no, Captain, I'm falling! Catch me!
Navigation is online, Captain.
Engines are looking good, Captain.
Life support is online, unless it's not, and then we wouldn't know until we passed out. Seems fine. Everything is accounted for. Ready to see our new home. All that's left now is for you to say the word. Try not to get them too excited, Captain. I know how your speeches can get people riled up.
Yeah, I strongly suspect this is just gonna end with exactly the two choices of putting out the fire or fixing life support.
Engaged. Wormhole opening in 30 seconds. All personnel report to your assigned cryopod.
It's all right, Captain. I'm sure you'll make a great speech once we get there.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's not a problem, of course, but just before you go to sleep, be absolutely sure. Do not...
Wormhole opening in 10, 9,
8, 7, 6.
Error. Error. Wormhole opening in 3, 2.
A software update is available. Would you like to restart to apply this update?
Alright. And it all just begins again.
Software update complete.
Good morning, Captain. We are currently years into our journey. Coffee is en route. Current ship status is absolutely catastrophic. Initializing emergency wakey protocol.
Alright. Glass is gonna break, Mark's gonna fly out through the screen. There it goes.
Hull breach detected. Seeing bulkhead.
So here comes the choice.
Fire on the bridge. Life support systems failing. Automatic fire suppression system offline.
Failsafes offline.
I knew it. I knew it. This takes us back to part 1. Oh dear, I'm gonna write that down. Back to part 1. Wow. So that loops us back to the first one again. So I'm just gonna test just in case, but I'm pretty sure these are just the videos from part 1. They are. They've got 3 million views. Yeah, these are. Yep. Okay, okay. Let's not head down this path because this is back to part 1. Wow. All right. So I guess that answers what happens there. We let Mark go. We just kickstart the whole thing. This is how this works. Yeah, dear. Check the days. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like the date of release, and stuff like that. Yeah. But Okay, so we're going to have to go back and choose some of these other wormhole endings now. We're going to have to go back and do these other left-right choices here. So let's carefully go back up a couple of levels, and just turn my volume down a little bit now. There we are. Let me go back a couple of layers, and let's just pick a few of the other left-right alternatives in the wormhole right before the very ending here. I'll have to go back in another video. So at the end of this one is where we choose to either let him go or hold on. So we're going to go back one more. And it's at the end of this, we have a final left-right choice. There. It's the one where he does the sound effects, I forgot. Yep. So that's the left that we've just chosen to do all of this. So let me start marking these off so that I know what's done. So they're fully explored. That's done. So that left is done. So now we're doing this right that pairs with that left. Okay. So let's start the slow process of backing up the decision tree to see what the other options were.
We are here at the scene of the crime, where the perpetrator has returned. Might it be possible that said criminal mastermind mayhaps be ready to confess their heinous crimes? What cause did you have to
Oh, it's
destroy
Jim.
the entire multiverse? Where did you obtain...
Oh, look at all this stuff. Invisible 3 budget runs amok. Dude, oh, good old Jim.
Such a reckless disregard for human and unhuman life? Why did you feel the need to end the existence of all that exists? And most importantly of all, which one of us is the real Jim?
Oh no. Wait, there's choices still?
Jim.
I was not expecting that. I thought this was just gonna wrap something up. Oh no. Oh dear, left and right. Well, we have to keep going left. I guess we're doing the strategy you do with the maze, right? You know, put your hand up on one wall, like the left-hand side, and just keep walking around. We're gonna have to just keep exhausting all the lefts, and then slowly back up through all the rights. Oh dear. All right, left we go. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We've done this. Okay, this loops us. Right, so which ending is this? This is this one. Right, okay, so this takes us back to that ending we've seen before. Oh no. Oh, this is a nightmare. Because normally I would loop back to left or something. Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm gonna have to actually map them down as to which ones they pair up with. So that's number 2. That's number 2. That one, we'll call that one 3, and that one 3. So that's 4, which makes that 4. This one's 5, and it paired with this one. Whoa, what have I done there? Accidentally went up to the other page. There we go. That one's 5. So these ones here, they're going to loop. So the question is, which ones are going to loop back to? right? So we picked left. We got to this. I'm just going to go left, and we're going to see which of the lefts this took us back to, because I don't have a reference point for what any of the rights are. So I'm going to have to pick left to work out whether this takes us back to left 3 or 4 or 5 or something like that, just so I can keep the decision tree straight. Right, so this is this one. So it's the one with her. When we go back in the wormhole at the end with her... Right, okay. So, this takes us back to the 1. This takes us back to here. So, the choice between left and right, the 11-minute left is the one that led us into letting go or holding on. So, this loops us back to left 4, I think, is the correct way to do this. Right, because our decisions are left 5 and right 5. Yep, okay. So that means that part of the tree's done, which means that part of the tree's done, which means we've got to go back up to there and see what that one did. Right, so let's see, this is going to get awkward. I'm going to have to try and get back to this point. So yes, I need to pick a right to get back to this point. That's going to give me my left-right option again. So we've got to pick right, because that takes us back to right 5. Which is the bit with the gyms again. Good, good. Right. Okay, so we're back here at right 5. If we pick left 6, that's the one that looped us back to left 4. So now we need to pick right 6 and see what that one's going to loop us back to.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Space Theory, a show where the only thing more infinite than the universe is Mark's ego. It was bad enough that he named the show after himself, but now just look at the number of characters that he plays in this thing. Just couldn't let anyone else share the spotlight there, eh, Markiplier? Or should I say... Dadaplier. Maybe I should say Stan the Waterman. Don't think that we didn't notice the fanny pack there, bro. You ain't gonna slip through lore details like that on our watch. But enough about YouTube celebrities and their massive egos. We're here today to talk about one thing and one thing only. Space. So let's start off with a relatively simple subject, shall we? Wormholes, magical transportation tubes, Deus Ex Machina, or is it simply a convenient plot device for lazy, egomaniacal writers to transition from one scene to another without having to worry about their established continuity? Or I know! Oh no! Here we go again!
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm feeling a little nauseous. Oh boy! But hey, that's just a bending of time and space! Thanks for
Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
Just wait till we get...
So, let's see. What do I do now? Because that, if I'd done the decision tree fully, like if I'd done some of the other rights, I would have gotten to this point another way. I would have discovered that just like left 6 loops back to left 4, right 6 probably loops back to right 3 or right 4 as well. But I kind of don't know that yet. So, unfortunately, I have no choice but to actually mark this down as though it's completely new. So, this is a problem for future Sharky to try and solve, to try and straighten out the flow chart of a nightmare that I've just made for myself here. I mean, really, it's Mark's fault for naming every video left and right. It's just becoming impossible to tell what's what. But we have to go left and see what that gives us, because that's only 2 minutes long. That's going to loop back to another left somewhere. The one on the right's 10 minutes long. That's leading us to some kind of right-handed ending. But all of our endings have been left-handed endings so far. So let's go left, see what that presumably loops us back to. Okay, good. This is this ending. Or this pathway. We've been through this before. So that's one of the previous lefts. Just have to see which one it is. Oh, wait. No, it's not. This is new.
Captain? Cookie?
Oh, we're finally going to take a cookie. Yep, here's the bandit.
Captain, oh my god, it's you! It's been, I don't know how long it's been. Time doesn't really work the same, but oh man, it's been a while. You.
Welcome back. Cookie?
Oh, well,
So
buddy,
this
that
must be
is so sweet,
right
but
before
you know your cooking will kill me.
Lady catches up with Bandit.
Right.
Anyway, I am so glad you're back. I don't know what you did, but it has been so freeing. Opening wormholes has never been easier. I can go wherever I want, whenever I want. I've been able to see some things that I thought I lost. Oh, well, I guess that means you gotta go now. I know this probably isn't even real. It's probably all just one big dream, but I'm just so glad we met.
Hug? Hug, hug?
What? No, you know. You can't hug people. It's just...
Oh, the cookies. Oh, there's another left, right. Oh, dear. How many of these are there? Left, 8. Right, 8. I'm kind of glad that Skievers has left us for now. She would not be able to handle all of this. This is insane. So these are both 10, 11-minute videos. This is where I would say they lead to an ending. But the left one, which we're going to pick, presumably loops back to left 5, I think. Let's see. Yep. So we're back to her, where she does her big speech. She thinks she's dying. She does the fake death, realizes she's not dying, sits up, talks to us. We go back to the diner. We talk to Old Man Mark. We go back and see all of them.
I spent all of this.
He tells us what's really going
time
on,
trying
and
to
we
find
choose to either let him go or not.
Captain! Please!
Right. So this does loop us back. And it loops us back to left 5 as predicted. Perfect. Okay. Because left 5 is the one that has the decision to either let go or hold on. Great. Okay. So that's done. That's done. Which means we have to go back up a level and choose the other right, which will be possibly our first actual right ending now. So if we go back up a layer, right, so now it's time to actually go right, 10-minute video, and let's see how this plays out. Ooh, that's pretty.
Space. so cool, so cool, but it won't even live in a memory. Universe unspooled, so cruel to be leaving with only a melody. So pretty, what a pity. There were billions and billions of stories, and infinite stars. We did our best to hold it together, but now the seams are all pulling apart. Space was so cool, so cool, but it won't even live in a memory. It was so pretty, what a pity. If there was a way that I could change all that's been wrecked, rewrite the regrets, let's leave no stone unturned. Let's stay bright till we're burned. It's so cool, so cool, and so pretty.
That's great. Mark is a good singer. That was a good job there, Mark. So where did this deposit us? Oh, we're back in that cafe again. Wait, no, we're not. No, completely wrong. Don't mind me. Oh, no, we are. This is the cafe. We're just walking the other way through it. Right? Yeah. Yes, yes, okay. I thought so. So, this is gonna, yeah, connect us through to the other ending. But by going right, we got the song. So, it's just the slight differences in the paths. Yep, so this will all be the same footage, the same chat with Mark at the table. We go over and investigate the door. Yep.
Captain?
We go into the room with all the marks.
I was hoping you'd be back.
Building the device.
It's gone real dark out there.
Yep. And we get back to that same decision point. So that's a focal point.
Please!
Yep, so and yeah, I like that that's therefore, yeah, he's using that for the thumbnail. That's the focal point of all of this. So this loops us back to left 5 as well. So, yep, that left 5 leading us into let go and hold on, that's going to be kind of like the final loop that everything brings us back to. Okay, so that's going to loop us back there. Which means that's done. Which means that's done. Which means left 7 and all of its decisions are done. Which means out of right 6, we've got a choice between right 6 and right 6. We've got a choice between left 7 and right 7. So we have to do right 7, which means I've got to work out how to get there. Oh dear. So I've got to backtrack all the way up to the video that's called right, that gives me a left-right choice. So I'm currently in right 8. So if I back up one video, that'll take me to a left. If I back up one video, that'll take me to a right. Okay, let me just think that through. Back up one, that goes to the left. So this is left 7. Back up 1, this is right 6. So if we go to the end of it, so yeah, so at the end of right 6, we've got a choice between left 7, which is this minute 59 one that we've just been through all of that with. If we choose right 7 here, I think that just loops us back to left 5 directly. Yep, this is the song. This is exactly the same video. Right, so it's complicated, but we should be able to map this out not too bad. Yep, so that takes us back into the diner. Yeah, I'll pause you there, Mark. It's alright. Thank you for the song, though. It really is well done. And that takes us through to that choice there. Yes, okay. So that does loop us through to left 5. So, as expected, all of these are going to terminate in that point. So, that's done, which means right 6 is done, because all of its choices are done. So, right 5 is done, because right 5 leaves to left 6 and right 6, and all of those choices are done. Which means left 4 is done, because left 4 leads to left 5 and right 5, so it's done. So we've got to go all the way back to video left 3, because its choices are left 4 and right 4, and we haven't done right 4 yet. So we need to see what right 4 is. So I need to go all the way back up to left 3, which comes right before sneak away. So that's not too bad. If I just keep going back to sneak away, then I can travel down to right 4 from there. So we'll just keep going back a few videos. There's sneak away. Alright, so what we should do is we should go to the end of this and we should pick not left 3. Yes, sorry, yes, we have to pick left 3. Okay. We have to go to the end of this one. Right, so we're currently watching video left 3. So its choices are left 4 and right 4. So this is where we pick right. Okay, so we'll take a right here, and this will give us right 4.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to
so this is this one.
Space Theory, the show where the only thing more infinite than the universe is Mark's ego. It was bad enough that he named the show after himself, but now just look at the number of characters.
Okay. So this loops, and I'm going to have to think carefully about this. So this takes us back to the video whose choices are left and right, but it's the right that leads to the ending. So this is going to take us back to, let's see, left 7 has 2 choices, left 8 and right 8. Both of them take us back to left 5. I don't think it's that. No. What's the 10-minute right video? I'm just trying to remember. Is the 10-minute right video that one? This would have been so much easier to keep track of if I was just marking down the video IDs, the URL. I'm just going to get myself a little bit lost here. Excuse me. I want to just click on this right just to get my bearings and work out what video this is. So this is one of the song ones. Yep. That leads to okay. Okay. That's fine. I should have known that. Okay. So this is looping back to one of the ones. This is looping back to one of the videos that loops back to left 5. So it's looping back to, you know, left 8 or right 8 or something like that, right? So I'm going to just check this left one because I still can't work out what layer of the tree this is taking me back to. Okay, yeah, this is this one. We come in with the cookies. Okay, so this was this one, where both left and right lead us to left 5. So this video we're currently watching now is left 7. So if I go back up to this one, which is the one we're trying to classify, that left choice is left 7. Which means that right choice is right 7. Which means this is looping us to right 6. I think I've just got my head around that. Right 4 loops us back to right 6, giving us a choice between the left 7 and the right 7. Right 7 is the 10-minute video. Left 7 is the short video that leads us to 2 10-minute videos. Yes. Happy. Okay. Okay. It makes sense to me at least. It's going to make a whole lot more sense when I make the flowchart out of it, but it works for now. So that's done. That's done. Which means all of left 3 is done. So now we just need to do right 3. And I'll be glad when we get out of this left-right business and can go back to actual choices that I can keep track of. Because this is the end game bit. This is the end game choices between lefts and rights. That's just a web. So I need to go all the way back up to sneak away again. And I can choose between left 3 and right 3. And this time we're going to choose right 3. So let's go back up to sneak away. Here we are. Okay, and this time we're going to choose right 3.
We are here at the scene of the crime.
It's the
The
gyms.
perpetrator has returned. Might it be possible that said criminal mastermind mayhaps be ready to confess their heinous crimes?
Haha, it's the gyms.
What force did you have to destroy
Perfect.
the entire multiverse?
Okay.
Where did
So,
you obtain such...
which one is this? It's a loop. Loops back. Oh, it's impossible. Purely based on my logic, I'm noticing a little pattern here in the descending chain of rights. Right 7 loops back to left 5. Right 5 loops back to right 6. I feel like right 3 should be looping back to right 5. I think we might be looping back to right 5 here. So those two choices here, I think they are left 6 and right 6. Okay. I think they're left 6 and right 6. I can test that out by if I pick... Oh dear. If I pick the left one, that should lead me to a video that loops back to left 4. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this again. I'm going to have to just explore these paths, see what part of the tree this takes me back to. So, I'm just going to check left. I think this is taking me to the video left 6. I think that's where this is going to take me. Right, it's this one again. So it's this video choice one. So if that really is left 6, then my left right choice now wait, no, not left 6, sorry. Right 5. And so I've clicked on left 6. No, it didn't. So that wasn't right 5. Oh dear. So it's a left, and then let's do another left. So we've taken 2 lefts, and we've ended up in this one. Okay. Alright, so right 3 has given us a choice with left and right. So if we took a left and then we took another left, we get to a decision where left leads us to the ending and right doesn't. Okay, so something like 6, where left leads us, no, something like, let's see, one of these, yeah, so left 5 is the long one. So that's a choice to take us to something that is a loop with left 5. Or, I guess, right 5? So we're looking for a left-right choice. This is too late at night to work this out. I have no idea. But this is a loop. I'm just gonna put this as unable to determine. Okay, just for now, because I can't get hung up on this all night. I'm trying to work out what that's connecting me to. I'm gonna have to just look at this carefully later and watch the video IDs and actually mark down the video IDs of these lefts and rights so I know exactly which one they loop into. So, but that prunes that branch. That's done with this decision tree. So that means left 3 and right 3 are done, which means sneak away is done. So we can go all the way back up to intervene and actually do some proper decision in another part of the story. So we've got to go back up to the narrator suffers a terrible fate, and we're going to choose this time to intervene. So this will get us all the way back before the wormhole business. And hopefully we can get ourselves a bit straightened
Well,
out.
I've had enough of this charade. Give me that book.
Alright, so here
Do
we
you
are.
understand what is going on out there? Do you understand what's at stake? People are dying because of this.
Alright, so we snuck away, which led to this whole decision tree. Let's intervene and see where this loops us back to.
Oh, we were in this place. I tried to stop it. I swear I did, but I don't even know what they did. They don't even know that entire
Of
universe
course, the
smashing
vent.
into each other in there. I don't even know how I got out.
Uh-oh.
You. Where is your ship? Tell me, where is it? Tell me.
we're like reversing through some moments here. Yep. Yeah, we're going backwards through all this starting bit. This would be so weird to watch in reverse. What's even happening? Okay.
Captain?
Warning, reactor.
Oh no. Okay, so this loops us to something. Ah, dear, I think it might loop us to sneak away. I think it's going to loop us to the left-right choice that comes from either sneak away or the left-right choice that comes from left 3. Or something like that. So, ah, dear. I'm just going to once again put unable to determine in exactly the same way. Because I'm not spending the time right now to figure out which it is. I will do that off stream, off camera at some point. Work out exactly which one that plugs us to, but that loops back to something. Let me put maybe sneak. Don't know. Maybe it's the sneak away one. So that means we have snuck away and intervened, which means we've done the entire decision tree of the narrator suffers a terrible fate. Which means we should find Mark. We should go all the way back to where we decided to hide. We encounter the narrator and we should write in his book that we find Mark.
Well, I've had enough of this.
Okay, here we go.
Return that to me, you cretin. If I on the count of 3, I want it back.
Alright, so we'll take the positive choice here and let's try and find Mark. See what this does for things.
Oh, no, it's fine. Write whatever you want. It's infinite power, that's all. No big deal. Oh, thank you. What? No. No, you can't do this. You can't be so ambiguous. You have to be more specific. Do you have any idea what could happen now?
Was visibly concerned, and for good reason.
You stupid
about
fool.
the fabric of
Do you have
universe.
any idea
Won't you
what you've
remember?
done? Actions have consequences.
A lot of handsome men in this room.
Wormhole.
Handsome.
Oh, this is this corridor again, like in part 1. With all the tally marks and things. Chica. Bottom of the wormhole. Ooh, was that Old Man Mark? Who's been stuck living on this ship alone for, decades. Like, we found Mark, but we found him way too late.
Miss?
Who's breathing? Who's breathing? There's not enough air for all of us! Give it back! Give back!
Captain? You're not here. You've never woken up here before. You were always gone. I tried. I tried to keep alive, Captain. And I go, and I come back. And there's still problems, and I go, and I come back, and I go, and I come back, and I always come back!
Yep, there's that line.
But this time, Captain, what's in your hand?
Yep.
Where did you get that crystal? You didn't shut it down, did you? Was she right about you? We trusted you! I trusted you, Captain!
Okay. So now we're here. With the choice to either intervene or sneak away. Right, so this is an easy loop to identify now. This is what I like, loops where I can tell where we've gone back to.
In fact, I think... Do you understand? What
Yes.
are dying?
Exactly, right. So that has looped us back to the narrator suffers a terrible fate. Loop. Narrator. And that's suffers. Suffers a terrible fate. Perfect. So, choosing to find Mark did the exact same thing. So in fact, we did the exact same thing. Whether we chose to find Mark or we chose to make the narrator suffer a terrible fate, both of them took us to this moment. So this is the focal point right here that leads us into all of the endgame stuff. Because this is where it's all converging back to. Okay. Narrator suffers a terrible fate. So Captain finds Mark. So that means the hide decision tree is completely done. So that's all finished. Everything that comes from hide is done, which means we need to choose to run, not hide. So we go back to I Love Scary Stories, and we choose to run instead of hide. Okay.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that.
Hunted by he who. Oh dear, I'd forgotten about all this. This was amazing. This was back when this was funny before it got to be just mind-bendingly wormhole. Oh dear. Okay, let's run. Okay, well that was easy. So now we just don't encounter the narrator. Oh, we go straight to this. Okay, so we've just skipped out on meeting the narrator entirely. Yep, so this is the focal. This is taking us back to that same focal point. Okay. Good, this is simplifying matters. So this also loops us to the narrator suffers a terrible fate, as it were. It's just that that was kind of the first video where we found this. It takes us back to this same choice of sneaking away or intervening. So this video is the pivotal choice for sort of that leading us into the end game. Okay, so that's done. So I Love Scary Stories led to the two choices of run and hide, which means that's done. Choosing to cut the blue wire meant we could either say that we love scary stories, or we were going to cut the yellow wire, or we were going to tell Mark not to use the warp core. So I think we should go back and cut the yellow wire. And see what weirdness that led to. So let's go up one more. So we've just cut the blue wire. We've blown up. And that's now taken us into Camp Markiplier. Yep. Right. And for some bizarre reason, at the end, yeah, we chose I Love Scary Stories to continue playing along with the fantasy here. We could tell Mark what's going on, or we could cut the yellow wire, which which we're gonna do. Let's cut the yellow wire.
What?
That's hilarious. Oh, gee. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, this is a Wilfred Wolfstash video. There it is.
Oh, it's you. Is it that time already? Oh, let's chat over here, away from them. They're still figuring themselves out, those two. Quite the story, but for another day. And I'm glad that I ran into you because you've been avoiding me.
Yeah, I think we should be hearing what they had to say.
No. You've been avoiding me, and now that I have you right where I want you, I'm gonna book that interview, and I won't take no for an answer. And I won't take yes either. No choices at all, really. Haven't you had enough of those? Could you hold that for me? Thank you. All right, let's see if I have an opening. I'm not sure, booked very busy.
What sort of calendar
I'm
is this?
So popular for that.
Yeah.
I'm booking you for
Okay.
October 30th, 2019. Don't worry, I'll come to you. And I don't want any excuses this time. None of this, oh, is that in the past? Is that in the future? Oh, I can't wrap my head around this whole timey-wimey thing. Figure it out! Lovely talking to you, but you're already running behind, so let me order you a ride since your previous one seems to have been unfortunately stabbed by an unknown assailant. Probably that old man. You don't mind pink, do you?
What even?
I said no more choices.
So we're going right. Okay, this takes us here. Good, good, good. So we know exactly what this is. We've now been here a dozen times.
Do you understand what's at stake? People are dying because of...
Good, good. Okay, so this is that loop again. Takes us all the way back to sneaking away or intervening. So I'm happy with that. Good bit of extra video there. It's finally time for us to go back and to actually tell Mark what's going on.
How about that?
Okay, Mark, don't use the warp core. Go.
What? What did you say? Is that a warp core?
Yep.
Warp core? But didn't you? Captain? Captain?
Captain, where's the warp core? There was a warp core here, Captain, and, it's not here anymore. You were supposed to come in here and fix it, and, there's no warp core. So, if you could tell me why, that would be great. I would love to know why you didn't fix it. And in fact, it looks like you made it much worse. So, Captain, if you could tell me where the warp core is, that would be really great, Captain! Captain! Captain!
Okay. So, oh, and this takes us back here. Right. So, telling Mark too prematurely doesn't seem like a good move. So I feel like we actually made the right decisions to never tell Mark what's going on. Because if we ever told him, we jump straight ahead to sneak away. Like we skip through a bunch of stuff to sneak away and intervene. So I think it was correct to never tell him what's going on. Let's see. That means we've now done everything about cutting the blue wire. So we have to go all the way back to Mark, you can't go back, and choose instead to cut the red wire. Okay, let's... Oh, not... Oh wait, no, it's back to... It's okay, Mark, you can cry. Sorry. I misread my own thing. Okay, so... There's Mark, you can't go back. We haven't done that yet. We've done cut the blue wire. So now we're doing cut the red wire. Okay, so we haven't done that choice yet. Exactly the same as cutting the blue wire. Okay, well this just took us here anyway. It's the exact same outcome. Cutting the red or the blue wire.
Well, howdy, camper. You made it just in time. We're making s'mores. Would you care to join us?
Yep, perfect. So, cutting the red wire is exactly the same as cutting the blue wire. Leads to the same choice. So that is just a loop with cut the blue wire. Perfect. So that's nice and tidy. Keeps that straight and easy to deal with. Cut the red wire. Perfect. So that means we're going to go back now to the one where we tell Mark what's going on, which presumably does a similar sort of thing as before. Like last time when we told him, and it all just sort of fell apart in the paradox room.
What did you say? Well, I can't go back. Why would you say I can't go back? Don't say such silly things. There's a bomb, Captain.
Yeah, Captain.
Captain?
Oh, wow. It takes us to this one? That's surprising. Takes us to the one where Mark's been living on the ship for decades. Which, yeah, just takes us straight through to this one. To the usual choice between sneaking away and intervening. Okay. Well, that's fair. Yeah, that takes us just back into this loop. That gets us there too early. We miss out on a couple of things, and we jump ahead to this choice. Okay, so that's a shortcut through the middle section there. So that's done, which means It's Okay, Mike, You Can Cry is done because its 3 sub-choices have all been done. So now we should go and do the one where we make fun of Mark for crying. Oh, poor Mark. Okay, so let's go up another one, and let's that's not far enough. There we go. Listening to the sad song, the other side of the screen. Alright, let's go. This will just loop us through the same thing. What's gonna happen though? Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that was creepy. Okay. And we're at this part. Oh! Where we can choose to either run or hide. Hunted by he-who! Exactly. Yeah, so I thought that when I saw little baby Boo-hoo in the title, I thought, wasn't that the thing we were getting hunted by? And you couldn't remember that was called he-who, not Boo-hoo. But that does make sense. So this loops us back to I love scary stories. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so that loops back to I love scary stories. Right. Oops. So that means that path is done, which means that's done, which means left 2 is done, because that's our 2 choices. We can say, it's okay, Mark, you can cry, or we can laugh at him. Which means we have to go all the way back up to the video, Great Job, Mac, where we had a choice between left 2 and right 2, and we should take right 2. Okay, so we're going back up to good old Matt Pat. He's finally back. Great job, Mac.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, I want to watch this again. This is great. But we're going to
Now just go and do whatever it is that captains do. I'm in control now.
And taken care of you were. Well, the ship anyway. Not you, of course.
Great.
You're the captain, after all. And any calamity that befell the ship could rightfully be blamed on your poor leadership skills. But Mac,
through it a bit.
for heinous crimes.
That's
a
right.
mercy, according to Mac. He develops incredible new technologies. Many crimes, and in his infinite mercy has granted you the honor of death by firing squad.
Yeah, death by firing
The
squad,
event
that
of
loops
which
us
will be
back
broadcast live to the colony, so that all may know the penalty that awaits those who would act against many failures leader.
Okay. Left and right. Right's very short. But, yep, left led us to everything else we've done. So now we go right, just to tidy up option right 2. Let's see if this loops us to something.
Hello? Hey,
Oop, this is new.
Captain! Oh, thank God. Thank God it's you. I don't know how I got in here. But I have it! I know what's going on with the ship. I have all the answers. The wormhole. The wormhole's causing all the problems. And if you open the door, I can tell you all the secrets of the wormhole. Hey, I got it. Figured it out. Captain? Why haven't you opened the door? I can't open it. You need to open it.
Outer airlock opening in 10, 9.
Oh no.
7,
Open the door!
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. I'm opening the door, but we're gonna do both choices, obviously. Or don't open the door. Ooh dear. Okay. So yeah, let's see if we open the door and save him, and he just tells us everything. Can we like save this story from the start before everything goes crazy? I mean, I notice these are suspiciously similar lengths, which makes me think that no matter what I choose, we're heading down the same kind of eventuality here, but let's go.
Thank God, Captain. I knew you wouldn't let me die.
Wug?
Look at one! One, Captain, now!
Oh no!
You man stupid!
Okay.
Good morning, Captain. Current ship status.
Okay, this took us to this end.
Catastrophic. Just the way
Right.
we like it.
Oh yes, this leads us to her. Back there. Okay. Alright, alright. So this leads us all the way to that one. Okay. There we are. So, if we choose to open the door, it doesn't really matter, because he's not real, it turns into Wug. And that leads us back to left 2, where it's okay, Mark, you can cry. So, yep, choosing right, and then opening the door is just like as though we'd chosen left. That's fair. Just gives us an extra intermediate video. So that's done and that's done, which means we let the crewmate die. We don't open the door. See if he turns into Wug anyway. What happens there?
Hello?
Okay, don't open the door. Similar length. Let's see.
Captain, what are you doing? Please open the door. Captain, what are you doing?
Okay. Oh. Ah! We've gone back to the prison bit from Heist with Markiplier.
I always forget that part. I knew you would come back. This is my cousin from cousin school. Yeah, say hi. Don't worry about them.
Good old
There's nothing
Yancy.
bright, but I am glad that you showed up. I figured that if you didn't, you was just busy trying to
Oh,
or something, but
I think this is Yancy. Look at what I just spotted on his arm. That's the flow chart. That's the decision tree. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Maybe I'll check that out later. Off stream, off camera. Compare it against my notes. That's interesting.
I am glad you're here. And I've been taking your advice. I've been doing good. I've been doing real good. I mean, I volunteer for cleaning duty all the time because I want the joint to stay clean. But the stabbing's been the hardest to kick. Everyone just wants to turn around in a place where there's no guards and no cameras. And I'm just like, hello, everyone knows I love to stab! But I ain't stabbed nobody since you went away to space camp. Yeah, and one more thing, I applied for parole. I thought about what you was saying when you wrote me that last letter, and I thought to myself, hey, why not? You know, oh yeah, high five. Good on you. Oh, and we were working on this new song. Oh, just in case you showed up. Oh, you're gonna love it. Oh, hang on.
Except we can't hear it. Great. Oh, we're back to this bit.
Please evacuate this station immediately.
Okay. So back to the bit where we find her.
Universal stability compromised. This is not a drill. Please evacuate this station immediately.
And we go to Mark. Right. Okay. Alright. So that loops us all the way back to left 2 as well. It's okay, Mark, you can cry. Right, which... So, both opening the door and don't opening the door and by extension picking right 2 ultimately leads us to left 2, which is okay. We knew that was coming. Just we got a bunch of extra footage by doing these wacky choices. We got to go revisit Yancey again and stuff like that. I feel like it's crazy that we didn't encounter these sorts of things on our first time through. Just naturally going through these sorts of things never led to these little cameos with Wilfred Wolfstash and with Yancey and stuff like that. But anyway, right 2 is fully done. All of its decision tree is done. Left 2 is done, which means great job, Mac is done. So we have to go all the way back up to left 1, and we have to decide it's not a great job, Mac. We have to tell him he is not Mark. So all the way back to Matt Pat, and we're telling him something ain't right here. So back before this one. Sorry, Matt.
Software update complete.
Good morning, Captain.
Yeah, let's watch a bit of this. We're so close to the ends now.
Problem, Captain!
Oh, brilliant.
Computer, damage report.
Meteorite impacted life support. Fire detected. Systems failing.
Whoa, hold on there, Captain. No need to be so hasty. Got this under control. Computer, reroute power to auxiliary life support. Activate fire suppression system.
Collision course with ship. Brace for impact. Current ship status is nominal.
Stand back, Captain. We've trained for this. Judy, cryo. Kai, life support. Roderick, check that navigation. Make sure the blast didn't throw us off course. Gabriel, reactor. Make sure nothing back there is in danger of going kablooey. And Captain, I think it's time we have a little talk. This way. I get the sense that you're not a real hands-on sort of captain, so why don't you just take a break? Relax. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's not like you're gonna be able to help anyway. You just got on board the ship, you're learning all the systems. Leave everything to me. That way you don't get in the way. Trust me, nothing's gonna bring down this ship when I'm in charge, and that is a Mac guarantee. What do you say, Captain? All you have to do is make one choice. Take the guarantee.
Oops. Oops, we accidentally forgot to pause that.
One choice. Take the guarantee.
There we go. Let's pause it this time. Okay, let's call him out. You're not Mark. Look how disappointed he looks. I hope he doesn't do anything unhinged.
What did you say? That's not my name. I'm not. Of course, I'm not. What did you say? Mark? Mark? Who's that? What did you do? Why would you say that name? No! What did you do? Great warning. You do not get to choose whether this is mine!
Nice.
Captain, goodbye.
Okay. Yeah, so this is that bit of footage. Yeah, okay. And that now loops us back to here. Wow.
Please evacuate this station immediately.
So this takes us through to there, which takes us through to there, which takes us to him crying in his room. Right. So it's just a very sort of alternate way of getting to that point. Okay. Alright, yeah. So, this has taken us back to left 2. So, left 2 is sort of the early, sort of the end of the introduction phase, it seems. So that's done. That takes us up there. So if you do great job, Mac, you go to left 2. If you do you're not Mark, you also go to left 2. So it all has to funnel to left 2 one way or another. That's fine. So that means we're almost done here. Left 1 is fully finished. So now it's just right 1. So this is our very first wormhole trip, where we got to choose left and right the first time. And when we started by choosing left, now we're going to start by choosing right.
Oh, right. I was hoping you'd pick that one.
Dear. Good old data-plier.
Tell me not to use the warp core! And tell me I can't go back!
Yep, there it is. So here's his first instructions. Tell me not to use the warp core. Tell me I can't go back. Alright, so, yeah, okay. Let's go right, see where this jumps us to. Ooh, where are we? Oh, it's Men in Black, sort of. Yep, where in the world is Markiplier? I like it.
Bonjour, look here.
You can see a lot of reflection in his glasses. I reckon I could have seen the cameraman if I looked carefully there.
Bonjour. All clear. Bonjour. Have a nice day. Bonjour. 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 Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Sir, we've got every single possible agent on this already. There's no way we can add more men.
I don't want excuses. I want results.
Look at how big he is.
Getting too old for this shit. Well, I'll be damned. They actually managed to pull you out of retirement. Then again, if anyone would have wanted to catch this snake, it would be you. Just don't make this personal. Now I bet you're wondering how he managed to escape from prison, huh? Yeah, you and me both, pal. Pull it up on the main screen. Mark E. Plyer. Bet you never thought you'd have to see his ugly mug again. A few hours ago, this maniac somehow managed to break out of the most secure prison the world had ever seen. Next slide, please. Somehow, the entire eastern block of the building vanished into thin air in an instant. Either Mr. E. Pliers learned some magic, or he has some crazy tech up his sleeve, the likes of which we've never seen. It's almost as if he has a goddamn wormhole in his pocket. And we know he's still alive because he's used this same crazy tech to hit 3 museums already. We don't know where he is. We don't know where he's gonna be. We don't even know what kind of firepower we're up against. Oh. Could I get a coffee?
Yeah, no problem.
We don't know. But I think you do. I can already see a plan cooking up in that big, beautiful brain of yours. That's why I respect you so goddamn much. So what is it? What's the plan? How are we gonna catch this heinous criminal?
Okay, so looks like we got one last little tangent to have a go at. You look a lot like Markiplier. Or maybe Markiplier is in this very room. I feel like that's the same choice. I feel like that's the same choice twice. Those short videos. We'll just start from the left, and let's see.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I just want to be absolutely clear with what you're saying. You think that I, the director of an organization whose sole purpose is to track down Mark E. Plyer, notorious international criminal wanted in 87 different countries, is that very criminal standing directly in front of you? Is that what you really believe? I guess you really are as good as they say.
But it doesn't matter how good you are.
Mate.
It's too late.
Not so fast, Mark.
Well, if it isn't Agent Crank.
Oh no. I'm not Agent Crank.
No, it can't be. That's impossible.
It's Wubba, and I'm taking you down.
Wubba, how could you do this to me? You were like a brother to me!
That's right. And you thought you were so smart infiltrating this organization, but I beat you to the punch.
You think you're so clever. You think you've won.
He does, but he forgot about one
Who's
small
he?
important detail. That's not possible. That doesn't make any sense. That's right. You thought you were undercover, uncovering Mark's undercover operation. But little did you know that I was undercover the whole time. Triple undercover. No. That literally can't be. How are you, if I'm me? Isn't it obvious? Well, I'll... Wait. What?
Yeah. We've just broken that universe. So this... What could this even be? What is this even? Is this a choice between left 2 and right 2? I think it is. I think I have to go left 2 and just confirm that that gets us to it's okay, Mark, you can cry. So just double checking.
Good morning, Captain. Current ship status.
Yep, that takes us through
absolutely
these.
catastrophic. Just the way we like it.
Yep. So that left was that. So this took us back to Great Job Mac. So this was a loop with Great Job Mac. So Great Job Mac leads to left 2 and right 2. We just went left 2 and that took us to this. So yep, that is correct. So that's fine. Presumably the other option does the same thing. Presumably this will also loop us back to this same left and right choice here. Let's go back and see. Let's tell him that Markiplier is in this very room.
That's why I respect you so goddamn much. So what is it?
So is this just the same thing? Let's see.
So let me get this straight. You believe that Markiplier, notorious international criminal, has somehow managed to infiltrate the very organization whose sole purpose is to track him down. Is that what you believe?
You really are as good as they say.
So he's Mark?
Even your incredible skills are a little off the mark.
No, it can't be. That's impossible.
Sorry to disappoint you, sir.
Agent Smiles, you were like a brother to me!
Oh, it's not Agent Smiles. It's Wubba. And this was all part of a clever ruse to get me right here, right to this moment. With you. Not so fast, Wubba. If that is your real name, which mine isn't. No, that can't be. That's impossible. The name's Wubba. Wubba. That's right. It was me all along. Double undercover. No. That literally can't be. You're me. Isn't it obvious? It's simple, really.
Yep, so this has the same effect. This will lead us back to that same left-right choice. Yep, so this is the same left-right choice. So this is the exact same as the other option. Takes us back to the choices that come from Great Job Mac. It's just we got a slightly different turn of events that gets us to that same point. Which means, right one is fully done. Which means we have only one choice left, and it's all the way back at the primary branch. Where at the very start, we chose to do a horror story with Dataplier. What if it was a romance story? What then? Would it have been less scary? Let's go all the way back to the first video, to In Space with Markiplier Part 2.
Horror story. I know how much you love scary stories, but it might give you a few more nightmares, so you could go romance. It'll be a little silly and more than a little sappy, but it might be just the thing to kick you right back to sleep. Well, whatever you choose, I can guarantee it's gonna come with a big ol' hug, free of charge.
Okay, we're going romance. Let's see how that plays out.
Oh, all right. Probably for the best. We don't want you getting any more nightmares now, do we? We haven't had sky water for a spell. Oh, and speaking of which, it's been at least an hour since you last hydrated, so be sure to drink up, champ. Okay, romance. I've never read this one myself. Not really one for romance. Or at least, that's what your mother used to say.
Aww.
Right before the divorce.
Oh, not
That's not
Dataplier.
important right now. Okay, so the story begins.
Oh, it's an evening with Markiplier. Oh, we've looped back to that one.
Bonjour. I got you something. Roses. So good to see you again. I can't wait for our second date. I know that our first one got a little away from us, but this one will be so much better. We could go see a movie, or ride roller coasters.
I love how you can tell when they're fake choices. I mean, they do look slightly wrong, but the times are always 4:20 and 3:14. They're always that in the fake choices. It's great.
Pretty much whatever you want. Did someone order a large pizza? Extra pepperoni. I've got tonight all planned out. We can go to the carnival.
I wasn't expecting that.
And candy. And maybe even hold hands. I hear your plumbing's clogged. Mind if I, inspect your pipe? I rescued this adorable puppy from a burning tree just this morning. Now we're best friends. I'm writing you a prescription that you're gonna need to take several times a day. It's my kitty! Wink. Ain't I adorable?
So this is exactly what happened in the horror branch.
Ready to get wet?
Bonjour.
Kitty! All the different stories blurred together.
Extra pepperoni.
Yeah. So this loops in the same way. This is just as though we chose horror. Yeah.
How many times do I gotta tell you to stay out of my kitchen?
So this will give us our first left one and right one choice.
Tell me not to use the walk and tell me I can't go back!
So this will be our very first left and right choice. So if we pick our first left choice, this should take us to Mac. So just double checking. There he is. Space with Mac. Nice.
Computer, damn.
Freeze frame there. Alright, so that loops us to as though we just picked horror. Does the exact same thing, gives us a choice with left and right. So at the start, you can pick romance or horror, makes zero difference. It still takes us down the same road, which means that's done, which means that's done, which means we have 100%ed In Space with Markiplier Part 2, which means I can unbold all that now, because that is done, aside from those 2 loops that I just literally could not keep track of because there were too many left and rights. That was just unfortunate, that it got to the point where I could no longer tell what video things were connecting to. But we've done it. There we are. Part 1 fully mapped out. Part 1 feels like it's longer. There were more separate lines there. Yeah, look at how much of the page I've got left. Part 2, by contrast, yeah, I've got a lot more page left. So Part 2 was in fact reasonably shorter than Part 1, which is not a bad thing, just an observation, that Part 2's ended up being fairly shorter. And wouldn't you know it, would you look at that, we've just passed the 3-hour mark of the stream, and we're done. It took us 2 separate streams to get through In Space with Markiplier Part 1. Granted, the first stream was relatively short, like only about an hour, I think, in length, and the second stream was like 3 to 4 hours to kind of mop up the rest. And we did chat at the start of this one when I showed off the flowchart I made for Part 1. But there we go. That is In Space with Markiplier Part 2. Let's end with the thumbnail. Let's go all the way back to this first one here, and let me just reload the video so we can get the thumbnail for the closing screen there. Here we are, just like that. There it is. So thank you everyone for watching. This has been a real roller coaster of a ride, but it looks like we've made it to the very end. I'm gonna have to take a couple of days to stop and even think what this was all about, and the kind of like paradox stuff that we were trying to pull apart, how this relates back to Part 1, the kind of time loop we got ourselves into. It all makes sense. I've just got to make it make sense in my head. But that's been an incredible journey. Thank you everyone for watching. We should be back again next week, Monday and Tuesday, with our regularly scheduled streams, and we hope to see you all then. Thanks everyone. Bye for now.